Hello, I'm just checking audio. Hello, I'm just checking audio. Give it once. Hello, I'm just checking audio. Give it once. Hello, I'm just checking audio. Oh god, that is double annoying. Hello, hello. Oh, everyone's in here already. Hello. Good evening, hello like always. Hello. I'm just posting the link in the chat now. Where we go? Here we go. Live here. Perfect. There we go. There we go. How is everyone? Hello, Rob. Hello, Ash. Hello, Andy. Hello, Rob. Hello, Matty. Hello, The Ghost. Hello, Darren, Lady H, Ian, Alex, Linda, Chris. How are you all doing? 5 minute, 15 minute thinking max. Double top here. It definitely is, but just be very cautious. Obviously, entering sells in this market. I think, like I said, throughout everything, just looking for pullbacks and buy positions right now is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Hello, Jay. Hello, Craig. Oh, good. Thanks. That's good to hear. Good to hear, like always. Hello, Rich. Yeah, Raj, Mark. How are you all doing? How's everyone's days been? Let me just grab this. Move this over here. There we go. How's everyone's days been then? Hope everyone's had a productive day. Hello, XPR. Hello, Warren. Max, hope you're all good. Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, it's been good, Alan. It's been good. Hello, Halo. What a bonkers day. Yeah. Hello, Adam. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Andy. Darren. Heavily poor in here. Had a good day. Marked some charts and shared in Discord. Booked a small profit with Greg's guidance. Nice, mate. Hello, Carl. Hello, MC. Oh, a lot of messages coming through there. Hello, Aaron. Hello. Carl. Sit down for the call after the live, by the way. Yeah, it should be good, XP. I look forward to it. Okay, that sounds good. Hello, Plague. Hello, Jason. Hello, Jim, Chief. The Code Vibes, Lee. Geordie, hello. Geordie, I did reply to you just before this live as well. It's call slots for tomorrow and Thursday. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. If you do want to call, if you're in the private group and you do want to call with our amazing support, Adam, then you can just drop a message pretty much anywhere on Discord, preferably in the call section, and you can get call booked in with him. He is very knowledgeable, knows the group in and out, so can definitely point you in the right direction. And really nice guy. Max, I'm flying to Dubai in a week. Hope to see you. Definitely. I will be in where am I going? I'm going to be in Doha this weekend. So that should be good. And you're going to see someone special on Thursday as well, which will be fun. So stay tuned for that. And then I'll be in Doha, but I'll be back for next week, which should be good. Top on. Hello, Andy. Wingnut, hello. I'm good, Tony. I'm good. Even though, hello, Leanne. Even though, Max, can you please come back to me? I've messaged you a few times over. Paul, have you messaged me on the support account? Because I have been getting back to them quite quickly. So if you drop me another message on there, like all capitals or something, I should be able to see it. Hello, Jono. And then welcome to everyone who's new in the live as well. I'm just going to move this down a bit so everyone can see. Move this down a bit as well. Let me just move this like this. There we go. Move this like this. There we go. Welcome to everyone who's new in the live as well. Hope you're doing well. On these lives, we do tend to have a quick catch up, see how everyone is. Then from there, we get into the charts, mark up some nice levels, come up with a plan for tomorrow. And then if you do have any questions throughout, don't hesitate to drop me a message and let me know, and I'll happily go over it. Let me just adjust this as well, because this is being a pain. There we go. Brand's call was wild last night for Asia session. Jordy was crazy and it was a bit X-rated. Lady H, I did get a few messages and a few clips sent over for that one. I'm hoping it wasn't too much. I'm hoping you got some value out of it and had a laugh as well. But yeah, Geordie's a crazy guy. Hello, Supercomputer. Hello, Krishina. Yeah, Gop, so on a night, I do go into how I find support and resistance levels. If you were on the live earlier as well, we did mark up this exact bottom, the exact bottom of the day we marked up earlier. You can go back to my previous live and see that. So this was marked up just before New York Open as well, so you can go and see that. Definitely some nice opportunities today. Been a very, very busy day though, a lot going on. But yeah, so if you are something which is, amazing. If you are holding partials from any gold buy positions, which, we do say to hold a lot, then you're definitely sitting very, very pretty right now. Hello, Susie. Recorded lives, are they saved anywhere? You'll have to ask Brandon with that. I did message Brandon yesterday regarding getting the live streams that Brandon does and that CDog does. By the way, I've got CDog's live. I need to upload it. But those live streams on this YouTube channel, what we're going to do going forward is those live streams will be live on this YouTube channel, private, so only people with the link in the private group can see them. And this means that the lives from Adam, the lives from Brandon, the lives from CDog, and Leon when he goes live will be on this YouTube channel, recorded and saved in a playlist titled like Educators and Support live stream. So you'll be able to see them on here and they'll be recorded for future. I did let Brandon know about that yesterday, so we just need to work out the details and get them on the account and everything like that, and set them up with going live on YouTube. But we'll be able to get that sorted fairly quickly. For Brandon's next live, it will be on YouTube. All good. Coles Palmer. I haven't heard that in a while. That used to be like a running thing, Coles Palmer. And by the way, guys, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And yeah. Hello, sir. Hello, Hack. Hello. Hello, Katie. But yeah, how's everyone found today? How's everyone found the price action today? Hope it's been good for you all. Hope you found a lot of success today. Let me know how it's been. Definitely seen some massive profits today. I mean, the past few days. Today, even today, yesterday, and specifically Friday was some absolutely just insane profits. Like insane. I mean, I get Ben messaging me a lot as well, saying like, Max, have you seen in the Discord, have you seen this, like with people just making crazy money. I mean, members are just, yeah, insane. Definitely record profits. Jay, maybe we'll have to set a goal and then I'll do something like that. Maybe yeah, little Cole Palmer impersonation. Can't just pull that out randomly. How many rows do you have on your volume profile? Andy, I have 200. So the standard setting is 70 and I set it to 200. Yeah, Andy, I definitely recommend upping it from the default. The default has it has 70, which isn't many at all. Whereas if you have like 200, it kind of smooths it out more and you're able to see a lot more precise high volume nodes as opposed to very blocky high volume nodes, which just isn't as good. Iconic Habibi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? We keep being bullish. Very likely that it keeps being bullish with everything that's going on in the world. Trump wanting to get rid of big man Jerome, the Fed chairman, and put in someone else to put more pressure on the Fed to reduce interest rates, which obviously increases inflation, which is good for gold. And then also everything going on with Greenland. There's a lot of tension in the world right now. All of that factors into gold absolutely booming up, and it shows no sign of really stopping. So I think 5K we're going to see sooner rather than later. So everyone who's in swing positions and are holding partials from previous buy positions that we really heavily suggest to do on the live streams and in the private group, definitely sitting pretty. I think when gold hits 5K, whew, a lot of members are going to see a lot of profits. Hello, everyone. Hello, Lee. A lot on tonight. A liking. Yeah, we do have a lot of members on tonight, which is really, really good to see. If you do enjoy the live, double tap on the screen just helps spread out the live as well. Let's fill the 3 recent gaps. That would be savage. It would. XBR, I hope that doesn't happen because that would be ruthless. Like, it will eventually, but that will seriously cause a lot of pain for a lot of people. But it will be a very good result in very, very good opportunities. Probably the best opportunities in 2026 will come from that pullback that does fill those gaps. Definitely. Should we whip on? Should we whip on Trump? I mean, we'll see what he. One thing is, I did this last time. Last time he spoke, I watched the thing on like 2 times speed. Then I'll put a sum up of what he sort of says, and go from there. Hello, hello, hello. Second day in, missed a few of the educators' trades, done some of my own, well impressed, well in profit. The learning is paying off slowly. All down to you guys. Thank you to the team. Nice, J1. That's amazing to see. It's amazing to see how you're progressing so quickly. And definitely, mate, there's always steps to take to improve. If you do have any questions, you do run into a little roadblock, you feel like there's an area where you can optimize your trades, then definitely at me in the Discord, speak to educators, etc. And let's get you progressing as fast as possible. So sounds like you're definitely in the right direction, mate. So yeah, definitely keep it up. Really nice work. Shoots tomorrow, another dip and buy opportunity. Definitely. I do agree with that, like always. Imagine that only 1 hour candle closes through. Now that XPR, that would literally have to be like world peace to accomplish that. Asia Live sounds good. I think Jay, when's the next Asia Live come in? I think that's definitely something I definitely want to see. These gaps have to be filled. They don't have to be filled, but the market in general likes to fill imbalances, okay? They don't have to be, but for a healthy market, then they tend to be filled. Otherwise, it's just a not very healthy market. Like, I similar it to in the crypto market. When the crypto market just goes up and up and up, the market can become over leveraged. So a lot of the capital in the market isn't actually capital, it's leveraged capital. So for example, if you've got $1,000 and you put $1,000 buy on gold with 10x leverage, there's $9,000 in the market that's just leveraged capital, and that can result in an over leveraged market. So it's similar to that in like an unhealthy market, let's say. That isn't correlate, that doesn't really, like, purely factual, that's not really the same thing, but it allows you to visualize what I'm on about when I say like unhealthy market. Hello, MC Zach. Hello, Dilamina. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, here one tonight. Wait there, Jay and Adam on tonight. I think Asia will be interesting tonight, I have to say. Room for private eyes only. Yeah, it'd be good, and I would like to get them on the YouTube as well, which should be really, really, really good. So yeah, that'd be funny. Got you, thanks. All good, the ghost. Oh, here we go. The pullback begins. I think a lot of people are anticipating Trump's speech to result in a pullback here, which is just going to result in opportunity for us. Like, I'd rather it pull back than continue up. So more than happy to see this nice little spike in volume to the downside there. Hello, NMA. Hello, hello, hello. The duck is here. More about finding the golden pockets as a copy yours off the lives. All good, J1. You'll build it up. You'll build it up. Look, there's definitely a lot to learn, a lot to optimize. But think of what you're doing right now and the progress they're making right now. And now imagine it, just going like this. Like, that's what will happen. And you're going to run into roadblocks. It's going to happen, but we can get you through them, mate. Digital, I can walk you through that. The link is on the YouTube description to join the private group. In there, you get signals, analysis, courses, community. It really is the best place to learn and grow as a trader. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Get your YouTube shut down with those two. Okay, maybe not then. We'll see. I suppose if it's a private video though, it should be all right. I think Geordie on it might stir up a little bit. I think we'll have to be careful with Geordie on it. For those who don't know, Geordie did do a TikTok live thing before. This is something another like small project we're working on in the group, and he made a flamethrower on a TikTok live. And I say that very literally. He had a flamethrower on a live stream, and so yeah, yeah. There's no need to give any more context than that. It's as crazy as it sounds. We can keep it PG. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. I think we'll be able to get something sorted there. Only trades, TV man. Your thoughts? Okay, Darren, I'll take a look after that. I did have a lot of messages come through today. I mean, a lot of profit screenshots, which is really good to see. So we'll be looking at that after this. So yeah, let me just get this out, get this back on. There we go. What do you trade? Trend lines. Riz, I don't just trade trend lines. I use trend lines as one area of confluence, but I use trend lines, value area high, value area low, points of control, naked points of control, previous highs, previous lows, daily opens, basically a bunch of different areas of confluence I use to find strong areas where price is likely to bounce from. For example, this level here, which was given on the live earlier on today, you can go back to the previous live and see this level was marked up. And one of the educators in the group actually gave the buy position from there. It was very volatile time. There was some news coming out there, but worked very, very well. And so a lot of members made a lot of money from that signal, from that level there. And then there was quite a few people who got in on the live as well, which is really, really, really good to see. Tame Brandon and Jay, not a chat. Yeah, Darren, I don't think I don't think that's possible, but we can see. Okay, should be. I think I need to update OBS because it keeps on freezing the screen. I do apologize. It's very, very annoying. There we go. See a pullback. So we can buy again or sell. Andy, yeah. So this isn't this pullback which we are seeing right now, and chances are we'll see throughout the next sort of day or so. Isn't something that I'm gonna sell down to. It's something where I'm gonna look for opportunities to buy. I'm gonna see it as an opportunity to get into better buys, basically. So there'll be a lot of opportunities to get into a lot of nice buy positions, and those buy positions could be the positions which take us up to the big 5K, which is obviously pretty insane. What's OBS? OBS is like the streaming platform. It's like what you use to stream to YouTube. Full put buys. I don't know. I mean, keep us updated. Healthy pullback. Yeah, definitely, Adam. I agree with that. Time frames do you focus on? So I always suggest using minimum 3 time frames. So one time frame is like your higher time frame. So I like to use the 1 hour or the 4 hour, and that's where you gauge your environment, see what's going on. Then there's the midterm time frame. This is where you highlight your levels which you're looking to trade from. For me, I use the 15 minute, the 24 minute, and the 30 minute, but you can just use the 15 minute or the 30 minute. That's where you're actually marking up your charts and looking for levels to trade, because throughout the chart, I see it as the chart is 95% of the time, it's random and there's not really much opportunity. But in a few areas of the chart, we can see opportunities where price is most likely to bounce from. And so those levels are where we highlight those areas where price is likely to bounce from. And then, so that's 2 time frames. Then the third bunch of time frames is the execution time frames. For me, I use the 1 minute, the 3 minute, and the 5 minute. Those time frames, I basically look for confirmation. So I look for divergences. I look for loads of different things to find areas to confirm my bias that I already have. So my level is saying, okay, you're going to buy here, Max. And then my confirmations are basically saying, okay, you are definitely going to buy here. That's basically it. So 3 time frames: your higher time frame, your midterm time frame, and your lower time frame. I think that gives you a really good perspective on the markets. Demos to push the market. Full porting on the demos to push the markets up. I love that, Paul. Zone today, but proud of myself for waiting for a retest on this that you suggested and getting a nice trade. Thanks, Max. Nice, Graham. Really nice. I love the word there. Patience. You know, waiting for that trade is so important, and definitely something that there's a few things I see, and you know, I've spoke to now tens of thousands of traders in this space, and from speaking to people, I definitely can highlight, okay, you're like really on the right path, or like, okay, you're not so much on the right path. And a few things I see in traders where I'm like, okay, you're gonna crush it. For example, one of them recently, Garen, okay, about a month ago, he started journaling his trades, really rock solid. He just have a great mentality. And I forwarded his message to the private group. I said, look, there's big things coming from Garen here. In that next 30 days, he got a $3,000 payout, his first payout, okay? And that's just because, like, he did things which are congruent with profitability. And so one of those things, leading on from what you said, one of those things is patience, okay? Not just jumping into every opportunity. When people say to me, Max, I saw this opportunity, but you know what? Even though it ended up working out, I didn't enter it, I didn't get my confirmations, and you know what? I'm fine. When it did come back and I got a retest, I wasn't emotional because I missed out on the trade. I executed with confidence and I profited for the day. That is just like such a good mentality to have. What do you mean user ZM? But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions, guys, and I'll happily answer, and we'll get into marking up some nice levels. So again, this was a level which was marked up earlier on. You can see the previous live where I marked it up before it was hit the exact bottom of the day. So let's mark up some more levels. Let me remove this. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's clear up the chart a little bit and see what we can come up with. Let's move this over here. I'm going to get rid of this level now because we've taken out these highs, so it's not as strong. Okay, this OBS is really. I think we might have to switch from OBS. Let me make sure this works. There we go. I've changed it now. It should be good. I like that DB. DB just put the frozen emoji. There we go. Should be good now. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, there we go. It should be all right. Okay. Let's get rid of these and just sort of mark up from scratch. So I'm on the 15-minute time frame. On the 30-minute time frame, there's nothing really to see, so I don't really want to be marking that up. Okay, that's fine. Could go for here, but this would probably result in a... Okay, this is all right, actually. What we can do is we can drag this to here, and then we can drag this to here. So we can see sort of a broadening wedge. Basically, this shows momentum is decreasing to the upside. So that's something to definitely keep in mind there. Then what we can do is over that broadening wedge, what we can do is post a fixed volume range there to see where the volume is in this area here. Okay, we got volume spike here, point of control here. Then what we can also do is put on our session volume profile for the day. Okay, we do have a lot of volume in this general area here. And then we can see probably a point, okay, 0.882, sorry, is all the way down there. What we can do is put this here. Okay, I'd prefer it the value area low, but point of control is fine. Point of control plus 0.786 plus a naked point of control. Okay. Wait there. Show. 1 second, guys. Let me. Perfect. Okay. We're going to get through this. I think I need to update the OBS. I don't know why it's doing that. Since there's been a few videos which I've recorded recently. So, basically, I'm going to be uploading more in-depth videos on this YouTube channel regarding my system and everything there, and a few other cool videos as well. And so I've been recording them on OBS, and I had to change the settings on it to record the videos. Excuse me. They are going to be very, very, very high quality videos, like very, very, very good. So definitely look forward to those, and I'll be putting polls in the private group, and that will suggest which video I do next. So I'll put a poll between like 4, 5, 6 videos. Whichever video gets the most votes is the video I'll do next. So, you know, the private group decides what videos come out next. And so when changing those settings to record those videos, I'm pretty sure it's messed up the OBS a little bit. Hello, Chigsy. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Lady H, that's good. How you doing? All good, Krishina. Paul. Why did you put the volume profile where you did? So I see price staying in this general area. Just because we're losing momentum here, we're coming down. I see us staying in this general area. So in anticipation of us staying in this general area, I've put my volume profile over it, okay? If we do continue to the upside, then it's fine. But for now, I feel like this is a very good area to put the volume profile over, as we are kind of going sideways in this general area. You can see sort of price is like kind of staying in this area, so that's why I put the volume profile there. Hello, Narash. Should be it's not frozen on my side. It shouldn't be frozen. I have a feeling a few people are going to say it's frozen when it's not frozen now to try and joke. That sounds like a thing Ben will do. What time frames is that on, Max, please? This is on the 15-minute time frame. Paul, definitely not Picasso, I tell you. Sometimes I do drawings on the charts, mainly bell curves, and they do not work out well. I tell you, if anyone's a professional drawer here, professional artist, I think I need you to come on and draw some bell curves. Okay, I don't know when it's frozen or when it's not frozen now, guys. From where to where? So I did it from this, when we entered this range here, to all the way over here. So when we entered the range versus where we are now. What does the blue and yellow indicate on the volume profile? So that indicates buying orders, buying transactions versus selling transactions. That's what it basically shows. So yeah, no, on when you've normally got volume at a specific time, you've got green candles, which are buying pressure, red candles, which are selling pressure, whereas this is the opposite. It's blue buying, yellow selling. Yita, you can buy where you want. I'd recommend, though, coming up with your system. You can join the group, and in there, we highlight the exact trades that are being taken with signals analysis, courses, community, where you can build up your own system. But I'd recommend buying when your system that you've back tested and forward tested says to do so. Don't just buy randomly, as over time you will most likely lose money doing that. So the naked point of control, if we put on a session volume profile for today, so session volume profile shows you the volume of each specific day. If we put that on the chart, then we can see this black line here is the point of control of today. It's where the most volume was transacted today. And I don't see us coming all the way down to here before market closes later on tonight. And so we can anticipate this to be the naked point of control of today. I don't see any other level taking over this. So we can sort of anticipate it in advance that the market will close around here. And this naked point of control, this point of control of today, won't have been hit. And therefore it will become a naked point of control. So I'm basically putting it on in anticipation of it becoming a naked point of control. By the way, guys, if you do have any questions with what's going on at the charts, then please don't hesitate to drop me a message and let me know. Drop a comment on the live. And to everyone who's new here, drop a hi in the chat as well. It's always good to see new faces. And yeah. I'll put the price on now so you can see it. Boom. There we go. What I'll do is I'll remove this so it's a bit clearer. There we go. 4 a.m. Asia. That does seem like a bit of a 4 a.m. Asia level, to be honest. Darren, that's a pretty good point. I don't know how to do that, though. So 4 a.m. club. Warren, unfortunately, the 4 a.m. club doesn't last forever. Kind of goes in phases. For those who don't know, there was a period in time in the group where basically one of the educators in the group, absolute legend, Craig, we've got something cool on the way from Craig as well. A few different things, actually. But basically, every single day during Asia session at 4 in the morning, there would be the bottom of the day. And so it got so repetitive that like we had like 50 members wake up at 4 in the morning, place buy positions, go to sleep and wake up in huge profits. And that went on for weeks. And yeah, it was a crazy period in time. So it gained the name the 4 a.m. Club. I haven't moved it. I don't think it is frozen now. Again, you need to buy when your system that you've back tested and forward tested and proven works suggests you to buy. You can buy anywhere though if you want to. I don't know whether it is or me just not moving. Okay. There we go. I'll just keep resetting it. We'll be fine. The gains, okay. Let it snow. Ye to the parrot. Again, guys, if you do have any trading questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And if you do want signals analysis courses, the best community in the trading space, then don't hesitate to drop me a message on the YouTube description. There's a link there, and I'll happily answer any questions, and we'll get you on board in the community. More goats than Clarkson's farm. That was funny. I can just see Ozzy Osbourne that we've got in the group at the top of the screen just telling members to fuck off. Excuse the language. Yeah, Andy, no problem. So the naked point of control, if we start off at what a point of control is. A point of control is the highest volume node in a given range. It's where the most volume was transacted in that range. Okay? So yeah, I think there's not an analogy to give that. I was trying to think of an analogy, but it just is that. Over a period of price action, okay, the highest volume node is when the most volume was transacted. Oh. My throat started tickling a lot then. But yeah, volume profile is where the most volume was transacted in a given range. Now, a naked point of control is basically when we break out of that range, okay? Let's say we break out to the upside or the downside, okay? That point of control of that range is now naked. It hasn't been tested, okay? And so we've got a range of price up here. For example, let's go over in the chart. Hopefully it's not frozen. So we'll go here. So I'll wait to make sure it's not frozen. Okay, there we go. So we can see this bit of price action here, okay? This is a range, and we've put a volume profile across it, okay? Now, this point of control here, this red line, is the highest volume node in this area of price action. Now, we broke to the upside, okay? We broke out of this range to the upside. So this point of control hasn't yet been tested. So when we come back down to this level, chances are the highest volume node, where the most volume was transacted in this area here, chances are that's going to be an area that's likely to get a bounce. And so we can use that as confluence in our trading. Another area to use when lining up other areas, basically. Still pushing down here. I've heard you talk about Bitcoin before. I don't know if you heard about someone who's roaring 909 Bitcoin. Would you say non-league advice that Bitcoin would continue down from here? Who asked that? Valiant. Yeah, if you do have any questions regarding crypto, then let me know. There was actually something very interesting. On the, I think it was the 10th of this month, someone stole, I don't know whether it was I think it was $126 million worth of crypto from someone. It was a social engineering attack, but yeah, they stole $126 million. So definitely be careful in crypto. But I do think we will continue at least a bit down from here. We can do a bit of Bitcoin analysis tonight. If you let me know in the chat, we can do a bit of Bitcoin analysis. It's been quite boring lately. And I do have a few levels on Bitcoin which I'd like to share. My Bitcoin analysis is I don't say this in like a cocky way or anything, is genuinely very accurate. Whenever I've done my high time frame Bitcoin analysis, it has worked out that way. I started off trading in the crypto space on Bitcoin. And so I think with the crypto analysis, we can really come up with a very nice plan. But right now, it's quite low volume, not much volatility there. So as far as day trading it's concerned, it's not the best conditions. But as far as swinging it, then yeah. I did mark up the exact top on Bitcoin. The recent high on Bitcoin was given in the private group like over a month ago. So we can come up with some other levels as well and see where we can come from. Value area low, value area high, and their significance. Okay, like always. So now this, I'm going to try and do this explanation as simple as possible. Now, so like always has asked about, these are important to know as well. This is called something called statistical analysis. Okay. So basically what statistical analysis is using statistics, using anomalies and things like this to find very high probability trades. So this volume profile here, we can see a blue line here and a blue line here. The one that is on the top is called the value area high. The one that is on the bottom is called the value area low. Let me know if that makes sense first off, and then we'll continue and make it more advanced as we go. Okay, Katie, yeah, we can take a look at Bitcoin 100%. So it becomes naked when it leaves the consolidation area. Exactly, Andy. Exactly, yeah. Would that mean that the bounce is more likely going to be a bounce back up? Yes, exactly, Nixie. You've nail on the head there. Exactly. So if we break out to the upside and we come back down to it, chances are the bounce is going to be to the upside. Okay, yeah, we'll do some Bitcoin analysis. There's only a couple more levels that I'd like to mark up on gold. So once we've run through this, I'll hop over to Bitcoin and we'll do some nice Bitcoin analysis as well. Let me just make sure that's all good. Yeah, perfect. So, okay, value area high, value area low. Now, something which is very common in sort of economics is something called a bell curve. Okay, so we'll draw on a bell curve here. So let me know if you've seen a bell curve before, but basically what a bell curve is, there we go, oh, artistic again. This is a bell curve, okay? And it's used to basically measure like probability. So one of the most common, a common thing that it's used for, and a lot of people have probably seen it used for, is if we look at the, okay, let me make sure, let me unfreeze it. This is becoming a regular occurrence now. Okay, so bell curve. Let me know in the chat now if you've seen a bell curve before. And you might be thinking, how does this relate to trading, this, that, and the other? Chances are a lot of things you've seen in the trading space before don't work, okay? That is just the fact. A lot of people just regurgitate the same information. So on this live stream, in this group, you'll hear things which you probably, hopefully, haven't heard before. So yes, this is a bell curve. And basically, if we plot, let's just use an example, the male height in the UK, okay? We could say that the average male height is, I don't know, what's the average male height in the UK? Just so we can, for an example, probably most people fall between, these drawings are going to be awful, 5'7", 5'7" and 5'10". Okay, so most men in the UK are between 5'7" and 5'10" in the UK. This is likely, okay? Most men fall in this area here, okay? This is the amount of people that fall in that area. So this is the amount of people that fall in that area. Look at this drawing. This looks amazing. Yes. So if you fall between the 5'7" and 5'10", that's considered normal. Okay, it's normal for that to happen. Okay. Now, if you're 6'7", okay, that's considered an anomaly. Okay, it's unlikely for you to be 6'7", and alternatively, if you're 5'3", it's unlikely for you to be 5'3". It's an anomaly. Most people fall between 5'7" and 5'10". If you are 6'7", that's an anomaly. Okay. If it's 5'3", that's an anomaly. Okay. Does that make sense? 6'7". Not this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it's not frozen again. There we go. Oh, I'm an anomaly. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, so you can understand like the why behind it, which I think is important. This also is the reason Fibonacci retracements work. A lot of people in the trading space, and I see it all the time, they say, Fibonacci, people believe in like these made up numbers and this, that, and the other. The reason I like Fibonacci is because it gives you a like statistical advantage. Okay, but we'll go with this. That makes sense. Okay. With the 6'7" stuff. Let me know if that makes sense. So if you fall between 5'7" and 5'10", that's normal. Okay. If you are 5'3", that's an anomaly. There's not many people that are 5'3". If you are 6'7", that's an anomaly. Not many people are 6'7". Does that make sense? Makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. So now, this here, if we were to turn that on its side, what does it look like? Look at this. If we were to turn it on its side, doesn't it sort of resemble this? This here. Look, this is the... Let's draw one again. Doesn't that, we can see here, resemble this? Don't they look very similar? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you can see that. Yeah, let me know if it makes sense, and then we'll continue. I mean, this is a bit of a long-winded explanation, but I think it's important to go over. Yeah? Okay. Yeah? So is everyone with me so far? Okay? So you've got a bell curve. People that fall between 5'7" and 5'10" are considered normal. That's where you should be. And then people who are 6'7" and people who are 5'3", that's an anomaly. Okay? That it doesn't normally happen. Okay? And by extent, and moving on from that, bell curve also looks exactly like a volume profile. Yeah? It makes sense how we've got to the point we're at right now. Yeah? I don't think this is too outlandish. Yep, perfect. Okay. So, if 5'7" people, if the 5'7" people and the 6'7" people, if someone says 6'7", if these are considered anomalies, yeah, so again, if the 5'7" people and the 6'7" people are anomalies, and they make up a very small amount of the moves, and it's not very likely for that to happen, then what can we say about prices that are here, prices that are here, prices that are down here, and prices that are down here? This is the 6'7". This is the 5'3". What are those prices then? What are they? Let me know in the chat. Tall's Max then. Let me know how tall you think they think I am. I don't know how tall I come across on camera. Uncommon. Anomalies. Exactly. Those are anomalous results, okay? And therefore, they shouldn't have happened, okay? And we can expect, if that's an anomaly, then it should, in theory, reverse to a point of normality, a mean reversion, which is inside the value area. That's why volume profiles are strong, and that's the point behind value area high and value area low, explained as simply as possible. Basically, when price is above the value area high, it shows an anomaly, okay? It's very unlikely for it to be there and continue to be there. If price is below the value area low, it's an anomaly. It's very unlikely for it to continue to be there. It's more likely for price to revert to an area of normality and basically have a mean reversion, revert to the average. That's why when price goes below the value area, we are looking for buyers, and when price goes above the value area, we are looking for sells. Does that make sense? I hope that clears up volume profiles a bit. There we go. Perfect. 6, 7. Oh my. Very well explained. Thank you. Okay, that's good, and that's just a bit of context behind. There's a few other explanations to give, and you can definitely unpack more there a lot. And there's a few other explanations to add around it, but I've tried to give it in as simple way as possible, so it makes it easy to understand why that's strong. Okay, cool. Okay, let me know if you've got any questions on anything else, and I can happily dive into it. But let's continue with the markup, and then we can rotate to Bitcoin. Yes, Neil. Basically, yeah, that's it. Make value. Is it good to make the value area high 0.786 or 61.6? As that's the fib level curve best. Hammer, no, it's fine. The value area should represent 70% of the total volume, so it's 70%. I'm pretty sure it says it in the settings. Yeah, volume area volume 70. Okay, nice. Zoom in, Manjeet, to get the most accurate one, because when you zoom out, it sort of messes with it a little bit. Is that the same as RSI? So RSI it stands for Relative Strength Index. Now, RSI works very well during consolidating markets because, like all oscillators do, oscillators work well in consolidating markets because they oscillate above and below zero, and when the market is going up and down nicely, oscillators work very well. But the problem with oscillators is when you're in a trending market, oscillators can continue to be in the overbought section, but price continues up. So it's slightly different. RSI shows strength. When RSI is high, it shows strength to the upside. When RSI is low, it shows strength to the downside. Manjeet, definitely zooming in to get the Manjeet divergence. I love that. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Chris, I got some really good feedback from Brandon, the success coach that we had in the group, about yourself as well, which was good. Lee, I love that. Okay, let's continue seeing what we can sort of find. We do have a little high volume node around this golden pocket. Let's whip on the ColezTrades essential indicator, which shows us VWAP. VWAP is so far away. Wow. Oh my. I really feel this is the only nice level. Also, it does have VWAP there as well. Yeah. I mean, we've bounced off that high. I mean, we can mark up some nice levels sort of down here. But in terms of levels that are going to be useful right now, there's not really much else other than this. So yeah, and again, guys, this level was given the exact bottom on the live earlier. These levels are very strong. It's my first time here, and I have a good strategy on gold. How can I contact you? Ride, my Telegram link is on the YouTube description. Drop me a message. And something which is important is in the community that we run, we've got a lot of traders who are, extremely beginner, and they're just getting started in their trading journey, and some who are extremely advanced, okay? We have a very good mix. So I do think a lot of trading groups and trading things now are very catered towards beginners because there's an infinite amount of beginners and they're easy to sell to. Whereas there's not many places you can go as an advanced trader and actually have high-level conversations with people and increase your knowledge even further. Whereas I think we really do have that in this group. We have like a super high level inside the group as well, which is really good. But this is really nice. I like this. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let me know in the chat now while we're switching over to Bitcoin. Let me know if you hold Bitcoin. Let me know your thoughts on it. I'm always interested to hear people's thoughts on Bitcoin. This was the exact top given, by the way. This level was given, weeks ago now. I'm pretty sure it was given on a live. I posted it in the private group for members as well. The exact top on Bitcoin. Again, this was given weeks ago. You can probably go back and find the live stream where it was given, and also it was posted in the private group for all the members. So, yeah, very accurate. Okay, let's move this down there. I'm placing an order overnight. Part of me feels like not to risk as much as I'm there. Yeah, Andy, I mean, holding trades, well, placing limits overnight is very risky, especially if you place them before market close because it can gap over your order. It depends on your system, Andy. It really does. Some people, setting limits and allowing you to layer into that position can work very well. So it depends on your system. If you've tested it and it works, and you've got your stop loss in place and everything like that, then it can be all right. Maybe reduce risk on the positions while you're testing it and while you're using it to build up confidence as well. I was on the live earlier while doing press pass. Amazing work, Max. Love it. Appreciate that, Lee. Who knows, Johnny? I do very much like Bitcoin, but if you've got a certain opinion on Bitcoin, I'm always interested to hear differing opinions on Bitcoin. Bitcoin definitely sparks some interesting debates. So I'm still very much I think sort of day trading Bitcoin right now. There's not much volatility. It's not that good to do. I do think this. Don't want to move that. I do think this level here will be a bottom of sorts. I do think we will get a bounce from it. And I also like this level as well. From here, I do think we continue to come down. I really think we continue to come down. Vu Manchu's sort of inwardly sloping. Money flows coming down. VWAP's coming down. Everything on the weekly is coming down. So I do see us coming down to this level. Daily time frame, we've had divergences as we approach this level up here. VWAP divergences, money flows curving to the downside. I think we're gonna. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much guaranteed that we're going to come further down from here on Bitcoin. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, but it seems very likely that we continue to come down from here, probably to this level around 77k. Oh, there we go. Thank you for keeping me updated, guys. Again, I was recording some videos earlier today, and I had to change around my OBS settings, which is what I use to go live, and so they're being a bit of a pain. Thank you guys for keeping me updated though. Would quite like to know what you think the bottom is. I mean, it's very difficult to decide on the bottom. I think a bottom will be 77k. It makes sense for that to be a bottom. And then I just don't see the attention around Bitcoin needed for us to push to a new all-time high. But I do want to say after that bottoms in a new all-time high, it would make a lot of sense. Maybe even a push up from here. We come down here. I think it's very likely we come down here. Push up, new. Everyone thinks we're going all-time high. We form a head and shoulders, and then we break the neckline and we come down quite a bit further to around like 50k. I reckon that is definitely screenshot this. I think this is a very likely plan. I think this makes a lot of sense. Eve, unfortunately, TradingView only lets me send one chart. Like if I'm on Bitcoin at the time you're looking at the chart, it shares you my Bitcoin chart. But most of the time, obviously, I'm on gold. So I'll try and figure something out. I'm pretty sure I can go onto a different layout, migrate my Bitcoin chart onto a different layout, and share that layout. I'll look into it after the live and give that a go. Since then, it's actually gone down in value. Elms, so there's a few different things. I think definitely the word institutional adoption, basically what happened in the crypto space over like the past year is it became very attractive, similar to what we see in AI. When AI, I mean, AI is still booming, but when AI was booming a lot, I mean, similar to the dot-com bubble as well. If you have a website, your business just goes through the roof. If your business has anything AI in it, then it's instantly valued at 10x what it was before. And very similar to crypto, if you said your business, even if it was nothing to do with business, if it held Bitcoin on its balance sheet as a hedge against inflation, then it was seen as a very forward-thinking business, and a lot of retail investors would dump money into it, and their companies would go through the roof. So what happened was a lot of companies, because they're not idiots, they put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. A lot of companies just started, for example, the Trump, I've forgotten which Trump guy it was, but I mean, pretty much all of them, started Bitcoin treasury companies, which are just companies that hold Bitcoin. You might as well just buy Bitcoin at the end of the day, but there are a few advantages, but it's a Wild West space. And basically, it looked like institutional adoption, but what they were doing is they were just holding Bitcoin on the balance sheet, because if they did that, a bunch of retail investors would dump money into their company and their share price would go up. I mean, what company wouldn't do that? So I think institutional adoption, I see that as institutions actively using it in day-to-day operations, and they're not really doing that. They're just putting it on their balance sheet, so retail investors dump money into their share price and it goes up, in my opinion. I mean, there's a few different angles to it as well. Cool. Do you think that you can have too much information? Yes, definitely. Overload, which leaves you wondering what the best way to plan trade and what's best strategy to use is. 100%, Andy. You can get analysis paralysis, where you've got too much information. I do think it's important, especially when starting out, and even when you're sort of growing in trading. I think it's important to learn a lot of things about the trading space and take in a lot of information, but the system which you build, you stick to. For example, I might find some strategy that looks really cool and I'm really interested by, and I might look into it and just find it really interesting. I don't just use it straight away. I continue with my system at the same time. You find your bread and butter system, okay? Build that up, proper risk management, develop it over time, back test, forward test. While you're doing that, you can, be inquisitive and look at other things in the trading space, but it doesn't mean just try and use everything. But I think it's still beneficial to learn about it. But Andy, it's definitely something I struggled with a lot, in terms of like just too much information, like information overload. Definitely important. Digital, this is called Vumanchu, Vumanchu. It basically shows, it's basically an oscillator, shows money flow, momentum, and VWAP. I've used it for a long time, and yeah. Adam, thank you. Very well put. Hasn't America on top of that been seizing rather than purchasing Bitcoin on the market? Yeah. Could we see a massive bull run once they start buying on the market? That's a very good point, Elms. It's funny. A lot of companies have Bitcoin on their, not companies, a lot of like American institutions have Bitcoin on their balance sheet because they've seized it off someone else because of like criminal activity. They didn't actively buy it. That's happened a lot as well. But I think Bitcoin will continue to rally as more countries adopt it and it is used more widespread, especially with someone like Trump, who kind of, regardless of what you think about him, he tries to get digital ID. So instead of voters being able to just not need an ID to vote, which is crazy when you think about it, he's trying to push for that. And so, Bitcoin that has the blockchain, which everyone can see, is good, and he's clearly liked that, and it is very, very, very good for the world. I think Bitcoin has definitely a very good use case, but something very important to factor in when we are talking about crypto. There are so many crypto scams in the world, so many. Please be careful. You shouldn't send anyone Bitcoin, really, so do not do it. Okay, and if someone's asking you for Bitcoin or something like this, please message me, message the community, ask loads of people. Don't get scammed. So many people get scammed in the crypto space, and I know a lot of you who are watching this now are probably interested in crypto. Please, 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 please be careful, okay? It's still the Wild West. Please, please, please. Sounds good, Susie. Awesome with Bitcoin. Yeah, following him has been some of my best profits to date. Man crush. Love that, Lee. See you in a bit, Lady H. Take care. And see you in a bit, DB. I got to go, gals. But yeah, guys, we'll finish up this live very shortly. If you do have any questions to finish up, then please don't hesitate to drop me a message and let me know, and I'll happily dive into detail on it. And if you do have any questions regarding the private group as well, please don't hesitate to let me know as well. Okay, gold's again booming. Love that. But again, guys, let me know if you've got any questions, and we'll finish up the live very, very shortly. Hope everyone's looking forward to another probably bullish day. Hopefully we see a pullback. If we do, we'll capitalize on it. Thank you, Max. This was a great live. I appreciate that, like always. XPR, what? You can use, so one of the most common Bitcoin fundamentals to look at is the, what's it called? It's slipping my mind now. Basically, every 4 years, the amount of coins mined goes down by half. And so if the amount of supply, technically, is cut in half, then that will obviously increase demand. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's slipping my mind now. Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that comes from mining a Bitcoin block goes down. It's called the halving. That's what it's called. And basically, every 4 years, that the amount of Bitcoin you get from mining a Bitcoin block goes down. Okay, and so over time, as supply decreases, demand, even if it decreases but not at a faster rate, price can go up. That's something very important to look at. And something also very interesting is a lot of Bitcoin mining establishments have transferred their resources to AI and giving computing power to AI, which is not good for crypto, not good for crypto networks. Crypto needs a lot of energy, a lot of power to mine it and to maintain the network's integrity, the blockchain's integrity. Now that those resources are being diverted to AI, it's not as good for crypto. That's something also to factor in. Cycles, yeah, you can look at those. A lot of those though are not the best in my opinion. A lot of them are just like looking at the stars. But it can be good. It can be good. Each to their own. Okay, guys, I think, yeah, Harvin, that's what it's called. Okay, guys, I think we'll finish up there. Hope everyone enjoyed the live. If you do have any questions coming from this live, then please don't hesitate to drop me a message on the Telegram. It's linked on the YouTube description. Drop me a message. I'll happily get back to you. And I hope everyone had an amazing day. And yeah, some massive profits today, some massive profits yesterday, some massive profits Friday. Seriously, a lot of members really just hitting a massive turning point, which is incredible to see. So really well done to everyone inside the private community, and well done to everyone else. I hope your trading journey is going very well. Definitely keep us updated, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next live. Take care, guys. See you all in a bit. See you in a bit, Alan. Take care, mate. See you in a bit, Chris. See you in a bit, Katie. See you in a bit, Ben. See you in a bit, Land. Adam, PGT Trader, like always, DZ, Graham, Ryden, Krishina, J1, Clarity, Andy, Elms, Justine, Lee, MC Zach, Katie, The Ghost, Warren. Take care, guys. Have a